Good day, good day, good day, good day. Thank you for joining me. Just in case you're joining me for the very first time, I am the real Bryant Glaze Gibbs. Shout out to all 14,000.8 and counting subscriber. I truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you. So listen, continue to share my videos, continue to comment, continue to hit the like button. And you know what? Like I told you, at times I do pin certain comments. And if you come at me and ask me a quality question, I got the time, I will give you a quality answer. As long as you're mindful and respectful. Hey, today what I'm going to talk about is this, man. That guy, Klein, no friend of mine. I don't wear nobody's names on my behind. I don't know why and where they got that Brooklyn Dawn from. But you know what? It's more or less like the Brooklyn Con. So what I'm going to do is this, man. I'm going to share this clip. It's old, but I'm going to share it. And he speak about the fallout between him and Jay-Z. And what I want you to do is listen to his word carefully and closely. And listen, let it make sense. Because to me, it doesn't make sense.
Man, I mean, everybody know about you. I mean, you ain't, yes, everybody. You know, I was talking to 50 about you, you know what I'm saying? He said you came from a real golden era when, like, you know what I'm saying, cats was doing things that niggas couldn't do today and get away with just because all the new technology and whatnot. And, you know, this all people need is your face now. And you live to tell it. What do you credit that to?
Luck. You know what I mean? Luck and just going hard. My thing was that I think like the enemy. So what would I do to attack Calvin Klein? I attacked him first.
Who is Jay-Z to you, man?
Jay's someone who's from Brooklyn. Jay's someone who used to, at the time back in the days, used to hustle with the team. Like, you know, it's in the book though, so it can actually I can actually speak on it, you know, a little bit. But Jay used to hustle for me back in the days, for me and Danny. Jay's originally from Marcy Projects, him and Jazzo. They actually came.
Jazzo used to sell dope too?
Briefly.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Briefly. And you know, we just had a little Brooklyn run. But when you asked the question about Jay gave me $1 million, I heard he gave me $1 million. I heard he gave me $2 million. And truth be told, in his defense, when I came home in 2004 after doing almost 14 years, Kevin Childs was the first person to call me when I got to the halfway house. I wasn't even at the halfway house 20 minutes. And he called, welcomed me home. You know, everything else, and everything was cool. I got off the phone with him. 10 minutes later, Jay calls, and we spoke for a while. And he just wanted to know what I wanted to do. 14 years, almost 14 years. I'm not in a rush. I just want to relax with my family first. And he said, cool, but we just need to talk because I'm getting a lot of pressure, you know, from out in the streets with people wondering what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. Long story short, things started kind of like getting a little bit uncomfortable on his end, because conversation started coming back to me while me and him was speaking, and he was basically telling me that he didn't want to go through the same situation that Irvin Green went through in terms of getting locked up and the lights, camera, action on them guys and things of that nature. So he felt like it was turning around to be our scenario with Klein and Jay. So I kind of understood him when he came to me like that. But I told him like this, I said, Jay, I'm not going to do like Cream. I'm not going to have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Both of my feet is on this side and it's on your side. All it takes is for you to do one thing to change my whole life if you want to do it. You know, I know you got a long line, you know what I'm saying? But it's on you. Do I deserve it? I don't know. That's up to you. I waited 5 months. But in the midst of that 5 months, I called him and told him that the Civic Center in South Carolina was available. Now, this is where I give him credit. He told me to go purchase the Civic Center if that's what I wanted to do. So I said, cool, fine. I went to the general manager, had various meetings. They went from 10 million. They went from 10 million to 13 million because now Jay's people's involved. But I know the budget that Jay gave me, so I can't go over the 10 million. So if I'm giving him credit, he gave me $10 million budget. But I didn't take it because they tried to push it back up to 13 million. So now when I'm playing with the numbers, I said, I'm not going to go back to Jay and tell Jay I need more money because Jay already gave me a budget. So with that being said, I called him and he said, yo, we got it. He was excited. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I had hope for him to be. I said, nah, man, I backed out the deal, man. They wanted too much for it. Oh, man. Damn, man. Yo, Klein, man. I gotta get you straight, man. Like, yo, check this out, man. Next time you call me, make it make sense. I had a problem with that. I had a problem with that. I had a problem with just him saying that. I'm not calling you for you to talk to me like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm a man before I'm anything else, and I came at you as a man. I'm not going to take your money and do something with your money that I wouldn't do with my own. I thought I was doing you a favor by showing you that my patience was good enough, that I didn't feel that the deal was appropriate enough to take your $10 million and spend it recklessly. We fell out from that point on.
So today, you and Jay-Z not on really good terms. Does he know that?
No, I don't. It take men to talk. I can never have beef with Jay because Jay's not on my level of beef. I don't put myself on his level, nor would he put himself on mine. You know, you would say Jay's bigger than me financially, but Jay will never be bigger than me where it really matters. You know what I mean? And
okay, y'all just heard it. During his interview, Klein, in his own word, something that he spoke about, you know, when he got to the halfway house after 14 years, the first person reach out to him, Kevin Child, okay, from Don Diva magazine. Next thing you know, who hit him up? 10 minutes later, Jay-Z. So I'm listening to even a conversation about right now what Calvin's speaking about, how, you know, his relationship with Jay-Z. Jay-Z made mention of him several times in his record. But anyway, when you listen to some of the things that he's speaking about, he say Jay is feeling pressure. He say Jay feel right now like, yo, man, listen, he don't want to end up like what was happening between Supreme, Kenneth McGriff, and Irv Gotti. So right now is, okay, if you came on in 2004, okay, the feds didn't snatch Irv Gotti up until what? 2005, January. So how did you knew what was going to happen, or how you was able to look into the future and speak about that, knew right now that was going to happen before it happened, or how did Jay-Z know? Make it make sense, man. But anyway, even right now, what you saying, Jay-Z offer. I'm saying Jay-Z say you want to look out for you or whatever, and you telling them about what? A building, okay? Civic Center down in what? South Carolina. Shout out to South Kakalaki. But once again, you telling him that, guess what? $10 million. That's what it take to get the building. So from my understanding, that you say Jay-Z gave you the budget $10 million. But you say they changed around because Jay-Z people was involved, so they wanted to charge $13 million now. Wow. To me, bro, if Jay-Z will give you 10, why wouldn't he give you 13? And from my understanding, you could have got the building for 10, but you try to lie and say that right now with the building cost 13. Don't you know the type of people that this man got in his corner? Back then, he was worth probably a $500 million then. So even right now, don't you know he got, I'm talking about real estate lawyers, corporate lawyers, right now is looking into things. And don't you know right now, automatically, even before he give you that type of money or invest that type of money in you, guess what? He gonna make sure everything is on the up and up. Because once again, if you decide to take that money and do something totally different from what y'all was talking about, then to tie back to him, then he get caught up into what? Quote unquote, a conspiracy. So like I told you right now, Wes, like he told you, like you say, make it make sense. What you saying don't make sense. You are the same cartoon character, the Brooklyn Dawn, the Brooklyn Con, that lie and say before King Allah snatch a fat cat wife, you was gonna do it. Come on, man. How can anybody trust the words that coming out your mouth? And another thing too is you try to say, well, you and Jay, y'all fall out. What y'all fall out stem from? Based upon because he told you, hey, listen, man, I want to help you. I want to take care of you, but make it make sense. And you felt slighted. You got offended by that. Well, man, listen, man, this man, quote unquote, like you said, was going to give you $10 million. How the hell you going to get offended by something that he say? He didn't yell at you. He didn't curse at you. He didn't say, if that's what happened, make it make sense. Because once again, he wants you to come up with a proposal, come up with a business plan to make it make sense, make it justify that he's doing what he's doing for you. But once again, you took it personal. You got all offended. Your ego got bruised because he told you make it make sense. I'm confused about that, man. As you, if you did 14 years, but not only that, that was your second bid. You did stay time. So you mean to tell me you that sensitive? You, oh, I'm a man. Okay, nobody say you wasn't a man. So based upon what that man say, if that's what he say, make it make sense, it's nothing in the world that he could have said to have offended you. If he's gonna give you $10 million, come on, how the hell you taking that personal? I don't get it, man. You're not making what you say make sense. So I can see why the deal never happened. Because once again, to me, from my understanding, yeah, you was trying to get an extra $3 million out the deal. And that's why he backed away from you, because once again, you was BSing him. You was trying to con him when you didn't have to con him. Make that make sense. Like I say, folks, listen, man, never look a gift horse in the mouth. If somebody trying to do something to you and they doing you a solid favor, not like anybody owe you anything, they was doing it on GP to help you out. And you went on and you said right now was, guess what? He didn't want the situation to end up like, you know, Supreme and Herb and what happened to Murder Inc. Like I told you, bro, listen, man, unless you had a crystal ball, right now this is all 2004. Herb and them didn't get picked up until what? January 2005. But once again, man, something just ain't right. Like I told you, man, the Brooklyn Con, man. Hey, listen, folks, man, I am the real Bryant Glaze Gibbs. For more of my story, Google the name Bryant, B-R-I-A-N, Glaze, G-L-A-Z-E, Gibbs, G-I-B-B-S, and see who I once was. Hey, hit the like button, subscribe, share, support. One love.